All right, hi, it's Mrs. Patina. I am going to now teach you guys some math. So I'm super excited about this. We're going to be learning about currency exchanges. So this is an important skill because when you travel to another country, they have different money, and different money is worth different than our US dollar. So if we're looking at the table, we have the country, we have what their money actually looks like. Then we have the equivalent amounts. So in Japan, if you have 20 US dollars, it is the same as 1,530 yen. And this is what their yen is. So what we're trying to figure out is if I have 1 US dollar, how much Japanese yen do I have? So in order to do that, we're going to have to figure out and use this equation to do some math here. So this column is super, super important. So making sure that we are paying close attention to the numbers that are in this column where it says equivalent amounts. So that is what we're starting with right now. As you can see, there's 3 countries that we're working with. We have Japan over there. We have England, we have Germany, and then we also have kind of a bonus problem down here. So I'm going to start with Japan, and I'm going to model one of these problems so that hopefully you can do the rest of this final column over here by yourself. So we're trying to find the exchange rate. So I have what I know in this problem is that 20 US dollars is the same as 1,530 yen. And I'm going to go ahead and underline that. So this is where we're at right now. Now, my question mark right now is how much is 1 US dollar worth? To figure that out, I'm going to have to divide 1,530 by 20. And when I find out what that number is, that's how much 1 US dollar is worth. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do my math on the next page here. So I'm going to do 1,530 divided by 20. So I'm going to draw that for you. And we're dividing it by 20. Okay. So we just finished multi-digit division here. So my first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to try and figure out how many times 20 goes into 1,530. Well, if I'm looking here, 20 can't go into 1, and it can't go into 15, but it can go into 153. So that's my first digit that I'm going to be dividing. 153 divided by 20. Well, I know that 20 times 5 would be 100, and 20 times 7 then would be 140, which gets me pretty close to 153. So I'm going to do 7 there, and 7 times 20 is 140. I have divided. I multiplied 7 times 20. Now I'm going to subtract them. 3 minus 0 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. And I will bring down the 0. Alrighty. Also important, make sure you put your decimal after the number inside the dividends. So if it comes that you have to add zeros, you know where to add the decimal back. All right, so right now, it looks like I have to figure out how many times 20 goes into 130. Well, I know it can't be 7 because that would be 430, so I'm going to say it is a 6, and 6 times 20 is 120. So if I multiply those and then I subtract, I get 10 left over. I'm going to scroll down here. And I bring down the 0 that I just added right here to make this 100. And 20 goes into 100 5 times. And if I add back my decimal, because I added that imaginary 0 there, I would get 76.5. So $1 US dollar is equal to 76.5 yen.